Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to tackle the capital approach to sustainable development. We're going to turn this pretty complex academic topic into a super simple guide to help you absolutely ace your exams.
So, if the capital approach is on your syllabus, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to make this incredibly easy to understand and, way more importantly, easy to remember when it really counts.
All right, let's dive right in. We're going to use a question and answer format for this, which, is just the perfect way to lock these concepts in for your exam. Okay, so let's start with the most fundamental question of all. What even is the core idea behind this whole approach to sustainable development? The whole concept really kicks off with this pretty famous definition of income from the economist J.R. Hicks. Now, don't get bogged down by the formal language. Just think of it like this. You can only spend the interest from your savings, but you never ever touch the original savings amount. You get to enjoy the benefits, but the source of those benefits, that has to stay intact.
So here's the bottom line. When we apply that exact same idea to a whole country, sustainability means the nation can only use up the income its total wealth generates. It absolutely cannot make future generations poorer by draining its foundational wealth, its capital base. It's all about preserving that principle to guarantee future returns.
Which, of course, brings us to the next logical question. If a nation's wealth is its capital, what is this capital actually made of? Because it's definitely not just money in a bank.
So, the capital approach breaks a nation's total wealth down into 4 key categories. And they are natural, human, intellectual, and physical capital. You can think of them as the 4 main pillars holding up the entire economy.
And here's a little something you can take straight into the exam hall. To remember these 4 types, just use the acronym NHIP. Or, even better for our context, just remember the phrase, Naya Hindustan is productive. Natural, human, intellectual, physical. See, simple. And this is where it all clicks into place, right? This makes those abstract ideas totally real, right here in an Indian context. You've got natural capital in the Sundarbans, human capital in our brilliant ISRO scientists, intellectual capital in our booming software industry, and of course, physical capital in things we see every day, like the Delhi Metro.
Now, all 4 capitals are important, for sure, and this is a huge but. The theory argues that they are not all created equal. It puts a special, critical emphasis on one in particular, natural capital. So, our next question has to be, why does it matter so much?
Well, the answer comes down to this number, 3. It turns out natural capital does 3 unique and absolutely essential jobs that no human-made system could ever hope to replicate.
These 3 jobs are its resource function, giving us raw materials, its sink function, absorbing all our waste and pollution, and its service function, which is basically our life support system, giving us clean air, water, a stable climate. Human-made capital can build amazing things, but it can't create a breathable atmosphere.
And yep, you guessed it, we've got another exam trick for you right here. To remember these 3 critical functions, just think of the acronym RSS. Natural capital provides the R resources we use, it acts as a sink for our waste, and it ensures our basic survival. Resources, sinks, survival. Got it?
So, this unique, irreplaceable role of natural capital leads directly to a major debate within the approach. And listen up, because this is a very, very likely exam question, so you'll want to pay close attention to this next part.
The entire debate between weak and strong sustainability. It all boils down to one powerful word: substitution. The weak view says, yeah, you can substitute one for another. For example, you can cut down a forest, that's depleting natural capital, as long as you build a factory of equal value, which increases physical capital. But the strong view? It says absolutely not. No way. Natural capital is non-substitutable. You just can't replace a living ecosystem with a machine.
Now, what's really cool here is how you can just see these 2 competing viewpoints so clearly. On the one hand, weak sustainability sees all 4 capitals as kind of interchangeable blocks. But look at the strong sustainability model. It shows natural capital as the very foundation upon which everything else, human, intellectual, and physical capital, is built. It's a powerful way to see the argument that if that foundation erodes, everything else just comes collapsing down with it.
All right, let's bring it all home. We're going to consolidate everything we've just talked about onto one final, powerful slide. Think of this as your high-density summary for some last-minute revision.
I'd really suggest you pause here, or even better, take a screenshot of this. These are the absolute essential keywords, the core definitions, the names, and the mnemonics you are going to need to build a perfect answer for any exam question on the capital approach. This is your entire argument, all structured and ready to go.
And that leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? This framework, it isn't just theory for your exam. It's the very lens through which policymakers are debating our country's future right now. Weak or strong sustainability? The path we choose? Well, that's the real test. Thanks for watching.